we're experiencing doubling of growth every year in a piece of technology. That's exponential growth. This is pretty much the fastest adoption of a technology in human history, right? It actually even dwarfs the internet and mobile phone adoption. And it's some,
Exactly.
is that correct? And it's also something that us as humans, we really can't process that, can we?
I know it's like I don't think anyone really sees what's happening right now and its full consequences. Like we can only guess, but it's like safely above 2% of the world own this asset. So figure that out. A year later, 4%, a year later, 8%, a year later, we're above 1/8 of the world holding this asset class, 1/2 of the world in 4 or 5 years, right? I do expect that to taper because it can't double beyond the population of the planet. But that's what you see. The exponential curve goes up and then it does an S, right? And it tapers off. So um, put that in perspective, the rate at it's climbing, we're the store of value in this asset class is going to rival the US dollar M2 money supply. It's on track to potentially get much higher than that. And so that's geopolitical, it's geopolitical. It's like nation states are founded on, not, let's say funded, not founded, but funded by two sources of income. One is the taxes that's levied on the people and the companies, and the other one is the ability to create the hidden tax, which is to print more money to fund the system. And so, like when you have this currency that is borderless, and is one of the challenges to a reserve currency. We are now having the very first of the small, like say El Salvador holding reserves in this currency. It's kind of removing one of the pillars of funding a nation. So it's a very interesting time. I don't know exactly where it will take us, but this combined with the ability to build businesses online, we've got money that punches right through national barriers. They're not showing any allegiance to any nation state. It exists on the internet. Wow, that's like a complete, it's a story out of a sci-fi novel. And I don't know what that's going to be, but like, I kind of think that we keep talking about like, what is the next superpower? Is China going to be the next superpower? We talk about the yuan, we talk about the US dollar, but I don't think many people talk about, hey, what if we're moving into a new time? What if this is really the digital revolution really is as profound as the industrial revolution or the agrarian revolution, and every one of those revolutions was a power structure change from hunter-gatherers to our first kingdoms, in a feudal system to an industrial kind of world which dictated nation-state power structures. And if this is as profound as those big revolutions, nation states aren't going to be around in the same form as they are now. And we're going to move into a new kind of governance and a new kind of power structure. And the rate of which Bitcoin is growing, this online money, which is kind of the final leg in the stool of the internet. We never had an online money before.
Yeah.
That completes this digital revolution. And so I think it's very, very profound. And I haven't really met many people talking about what that actually means, because I think a lot of the conversations we have about the future is kind of a projection of the past, regulations, for example, regulations at nation state level. How are they going to regulate the new DeFi stuff, or cryptocurrencies? But the rate at which this is growing, I'm like going, are we going to have nation states? it's I'm flipping it, you know. It's an unpredictable time, and it's incredibly exciting to be in this industry, to be at the forefront of seeing. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting.
Do you think this is the most exciting time to be alive as a human ever?
I think so. I think it's always the most, like, I mean, if I was born in the near, like kind of the caveman times, my life would have been the same as it was 100,000 years ago. Whereas every sort of decade is profoundly different from the prior right now.